What's up, my bread boys? Today, we're going to be ranting about indie animation. Sit back, relax, grab a snack, and let's begin with a good topic. I don't think I need to say much about this, but animation versus Minecraft and anything Alan Becker related is some of the most underrated pieces of media ever. Like in any shape or form. The writing is brilliant. The characters are all got like different personalities and shit. Like it's just good. It's animation versus Minecraft is a masterpiece. You know, animation versus animator is really good as a sister show. All the like fights that they have, all of it's just a chef kiss. On the topic of animation, I think we need to bring up a new one, the Amazing Digital Circus. Now, I can see why people would be mad at it, except I can't now that I think about it. I think most of the hate comes from the content farms, Monkeybox. Anyways, like you can hate the content farms, but like that has nothing to do with the show. I don't really understand that because the actual show is really good, especially this newer episode with the Spooky Mansion. Like that's actually like well written. It's funny. It's got some good lore drop. Like it's just good. On topic of Mason Digital Circus, Kinger is arguably the best character. He's gotten the most development and he has the most writing. He's funny. He's my favorite character in the show. Did somebody say something about an insect collection? Anyways, what else we got here? Indie animation. We got Murder Drones. I'm sad to see Murder Drones go. I'm like still a newer fan to it, but like I'm sad to see it go because it was actually a really good show. It was funny and good jokes. The story, while very complicated, I did not understand it at first. Still pretty good. The characters are good. Like I don't really have anything bad to truly say about it. It's just good, man. And again, they should have continued it because I mean, the ending was obviously a little rushed. But you know, we needed a season 2. At first, I didn't like the idea, but now that I've seen what the potential for a season 2, I mean, I want it now. But no, it's gotta focus on the Amazing Digital Circus because they make them the money. And the animation, when you think about it, has come like really far. Indie animation was just something that was just like on YouTube that you can watch, but then you got like Hazbin Hotel reaching Amazon Prime, and then The Amazing Digital Circus recently getting added onto like freaking Netflix. Like it's good to see like the smaller projects like showing up to defeat the bigger studios. Like for example, Disney. You know how much they suck, especially nowadays. Like indie animation is crushing them. It's not even close. Alright, let's get to a more controversial topic. Helluva Boss. I will admit, the show is not for everyone, and I can respect that. Because, I mean, the jokes can sometimes get a little repetitive, you know. And the story is a little bit all over the place, the writing isn't that well, and most of the time nowadays it's been about, like, romance, but even though they're trying to clear that up, it's still a funny show. And if it is for you, then you truly will enjoy it. It's got good comedy. It's got good writing. I mean, the swearing's a little over the top, but I mean, like, can't really complain about that because, I mean, when things like South Park exist, which is basically just Helluva Boss, but, now that I think about it, I don't really see a difference. Except for, like, Helluva Boss more likable. I don't know, man. I don't watch South Park. Anyways, on the topic of Vipsy Pop, Hazbin Hotel. One of the internet's most controversial shows, but I like it. It's good, it's funny, it's got pretty good writing, the story's a little bit like see-through, but, well, I mean, you can say that about a lot of things, to be honest. And Hazbin Hotel I don't see why people hate it. Maybe it's the jokes, maybe it's the story, the characters, the cursing. I can't tell why. Though it's like Helluva Boss, where it's like, it's not for everybody, which I can respect. But I mean, like, haters of Hazbin Hotel, like, take it way too personally. And, like, if you like the show, they'll straight up, like, call you stupid, which is just rude. I don't see what the point of that is. Like, okay, man. I just don't. This is going to turn into just me ranting about movies, because I thought I had a lot to say about indie animation. But as I'm slowly going through this, I'm realizing I don't have much to say about indie animation. Alright, screw the whole indie animation thing. This is just me ranting about movies. Because indie animation, I don't watch too much of it. But I thought I could rant about it for like an hour, but I can't. So we're going to stick to movies and TV shows. I hope I don't make this any longer than it needs to be. Movies. Oh boy, movies. I can't tell what they are anymore. Movies nowadays are such hit or misses. Like, it's funny. Like, this year. Take this year, for example. You have the mid movies, like freaking Kung Fu Panda 4, Despicable Me 4, Joker 2, etc., etc. You get my point. But then you have, like, the actual, like, good movies. You know, like, oh, wait, oh, shit. Oh. The Wild Robot. And then also, like, Inside Out 2, etc. I'm running out of ideas now. But, I mean, you get what I mean. Despicable Me 4. Here's the thing about Despicable Me 4. No one cares about the actual movie. There's just, like, two things that are actually, like, truly good about it that are worth talking about. Number one is, of course, Double Life. That song is just, who will you be tonight? That's the question. Who will you be tonight? That's the question. Like, I mean, that song is slaps, you know. And then the only other good thing is the ending, where, like, all the villains are back together, and then they just start singing, and everybody wants to rule the world. You know, so that's awesome. Because, I mean, everybody does want to rule the world. I like that ending. That's one of the only good things, again. Speaking of the fourth movie of something, we have, what is it here? Kung Fu Panda 4. Did anyone who watched this movie like shit? I don't see what's great about this movie. There's like one thing, maybe two, possibly. One thing is maybe a little bit of the humor, and then the other thing I guess, and I mean like big guess, is baby, hit me baby one more time. My loneliness is killing me. Like, that's good. Okay. And that, I don't know what else. Inside Out 2. How did this become, like, one of the most, like, biggest, highest grossing animated movies of, like, all time? How did that happen? I'm sure the movie's good. I have yet to personally see it. But it's on Disney Plus, so I'll probably be watching it very soon. But how did it gain so much money? Like, I know it was good, but, like, was it that good? Was it that good to, like, earn, like, billions of dollars? I don't think it was. I don't know. Again, I haven't seen it. I'll give my condolences, though. Movies that are coming out near our time right now. One of my personal favorite franchises coming this month, in like 2 weeks, the goated duo of Eddie Brock and Venom. Venom 3 releases soon. And while most people didn't like the second one, you know, a bunch of Venom haters, I love the Venom franchise. It's one of my favorite movie franchises of all time. And the first one slapped, the second one slapped even harder, and this third one looks peak! Like, Venom horse, you got Null in the mix. You got those weird symbiote monstrosities, though it looks like it looks like Venom's gonna actually die, which makes me sad. But anyways, what else we got to talk about? I know a lot of people are yapping about Transformers 1, but I'm gonna be real with you, I am not a Transformers fan in the slightest. I don't, Transformers doesn't interest me. I just don't, like, cool robot, go into car, brrr, like, okay, I don't see it. And well, I'm sure Transformers 1's good. I mean, I'm not a Transformers fan. I don't plan on watching it, and I probably won't. I think I'll stick to waiting for Venom 3, a movie I'm actually hyped for. Now, next year, I can't tell what next year is going to be for, like, movies. Because, on one hand, you got movies like Craven releasing, which is most likely just going to be another Morbius. But then you've got, like, freaking, what do you got? You got Dogman releasing, like, January, and as a fan of the Dogman books, the trailer makes it look brilliant. I'm a hype for that movie, personally. Dogman as a movie is a great idea, though I wish they also could maybe, like, make a sequel to Captain Underpants, because it deserves a sequel after all this time. It never did. Now I'm making it sad, but we can ignore that for now. Back to what I was saying, though. What was I saying? Oh yeah, movie's coming out next year. And I think about it, there's not too much coming out next year. But this year, though, again, nothing. Alright, let's take a break from modern movies to look at the past. I think we can all agree on this, and if you don't agree on this, you don't have good taste. Rango is a masterpiece of a movie. That's all I need to say. Except I'm going to say more because I need to make this video long as heck. Rango is just, it's funny, it's well written, and when I say well written, I mean like almost like basically perfect writing. All the characters are great. Rattlesnake Jake is just him. He's literally him at this point. Like, there is nothing bad about this movie. I don't understand. If you say it's overrated, okay, but like, it's not when you think about it, because it is truly just like a masterpiece of film. All right, let's step into a fandom that I like. Godzilla. Godzilla movies are really okay. This time, when I really mean it, they're like hit or miss. Because you got the Heisei era, which all of them are basically misses, because all those movies are mid. Yeah, one of my hottest hot takes. I am not a fan of Heisei Godzilla. He just doesn't interest me. He's boring. He is boring. He's fat. But let's get on the top of actually good movies. So let's talk about the MonsterVerse. Godzilla 2014 is, okay, I'm willing to admit it's definitely not the greatest movie out there. Godzilla's barely in it. It feels like more like it's Mutos. All it is just the freaking Mutos with humans that I kind of got bored with eventually. Also, the movie's very hard to see, to be honest. Don't lie to yourself. Like, the humans are well... But here's the thing about MonsterVerse humans that I think people, like, overhate too much. People overhate the MonsterVerse humans, which they're always like, the MonsterVerse humans suck. They're so boring. I didn't come here to see that. I came here to see the awesome Godzilla is fighting the kaiju. They smacking each other. They're smashing buildings. Okay, that's cool. Why are you complaining about the MonsterVerse humans when the old eras also had humans who were not only boring, but if anything, more boring? Who gave a crap about the old humans? You never bring them up when you talk about the old Godzilla movies, but they exist. And they're much more boring than good old MonsterVerse. I actually find the MonsterVerse humans enjoyable as long as they're not used too much. I think they're pretty well written and enjoyable. They don't take away too much. But, like, in all the old Godzilla movies, they take up, like, so much of the screen time. I literally have to skip to the end if I actually want to see the kaiju fighting. And that's one of the reasons Heisei bores me, because, like, nothing happens until, like, near end, and then we get, like, 10 minutes of kaiju. It's not even Godzilla anymore, it's literally just humans. And on the top, now let's step away from past Godzilla and step into modern Godzilla. Not the MonsterVerse, -1. Godzilla -1. My thoughts, it's actually a really good movie. It's not on my favorites list, but I am willing to admit it's actually a really well-written movie with, like, good characters, a good plot. It's a movie that was able to make me, what I like to call it, my jaw drop. Except because my jaw actually does drop. Whenever I watch a movie, I usually will, like, crack a joke or something, because I'm a comedic guy. But a pog moment for me is, like, this happened when I was watching Animation versus Minecraft. During the pig step fight, when, like, King Orange turns on pig step, I didn't crack a joke. I stared at the screen, my jaw open, just amazed. And then we get into, like, and then the same thing happened when I watched Godzilla -1. Watching it, and then the whole Tokyo destruction scene happened, and I was like, and my jaw was dropped. I was listening to the soundtrack, watching Godzilla freaking do that nuke blast. It was just awesome to me. And the moment doesn't really happen too much. It happens, like, every now and then when I watch something, but, like, not too much. It's cool when it happens. Alright, what other movies do you have to talk about? Let's talk about Mario movie, sure. Mario movie. It is my personal favorite animated movie to exist. There we go. I love the Mario movie. I love Bowser. Bowser as Jack Black was peak. Chris Pratt did an actually good job as Mario. All the cast did good, except maybe, like, Anna Taylor-Joy, because she did okay. Keegan-Michael Key had a W as always. He's such an underrated actor, and he can do a surprisingly good job at voice acting. It's crazy. But, like, yeah, I just like the movie. As an actual movie, though, like, without my personal, like, love of it, it's definitely, like, only, like, a B+ tier to, like, A- movie at best. But I personally really love it, and I want to see a sequel very soon. Now, speaking of Jack Black, we have the Mario movie. Not the Mario movie, shit. The Minecraft movie. All the hype kind of went away after the trailer dropped. Alright, here's my thoughts on it. The trailer isn't as bad as people make it out to be. Like, everyone's, like, whining about the animation, while the actual, like, animals, a few of them are a little bit, like, eh. But the actual animation is really good looking, in my opinion. And everyone's whining about them going like, to make Jack Black Steve, they literally just slapped a blue shirt on him. They did nothing special. And I'm like, what did you want them to do? It's Steve. It is Steve. What else is there to note about him? What else? Were we supposed to reshape his skull? No. All we need is a blue shirt. I don't see why you're hating that they only did a blue shirt. There's not really much else they could have done. To be honest, don't lie to yourself. Also, I am Steve. Peak. Just saying. And I think it's going to be an okay movie. It's not going to be groundbreaking or anything, but it looks good. It looks okay. I don't think it looks too bad. Also, honestly, all those animations that people were making about it, like, the Minecraft movie trailer, but animated. Honestly, I could watch maybe like a 30-second like animated version. I'm not watching a whole movie that looks like that. Don't lie. I just don't. I don't see that being a movie. I think the live action approach. Well, yes, animated could have been better, probably. We're already getting like an animated show on Netflix that I think people forgot about that, but yeah, we're getting that. So this live action approach I'm liking. We'll see how the movie goes. It was next year. Oh yeah, that wasn't it. But you never know. Maybe it'll be a turnaround. Maybe it won't. Anyways, now let's jump into my true favorite franchise of all time. Jurassic Park. Jurassic World, the very first one, is probably my favorite movie of all time. I'm not gonna lie. I love the Jurassic franchise. No surprise. The Indominus Rex, fantastic hybrid. Indoraptor, fantastic hybrid. Like, the Jurassic Park movies, I think people forget how old they are, because the first one is now 30 years old. Last year, as a celebration of hitting the 30-year mark, I woke up at a staggering 6:30 a.m. I sat down on my leathered couch, popped in Jurassic Park 1, and then I watched all 6 movies in one day in a row. I ended at 7 p.m. I didn't think it was going to last that long. My stepmom literally brought me lunch while I was sitting on the couch, which is something that I've never done again. And that just goes, I just love these movies. I don't really know what else to say. The movies they're just good. They're funny, they've got great characters, the dinosaurs are dinosaurs. There's nothing bad I can say. Hopping into another famous franchise that's getting pretty old, we have Star Wars, one of the best written things ever. You got Jabba the Hutt's probably my favorite character, because I just think he's funny. I literally have a Christmas ornament of him, so I think you can tell I like him. And not just that, like all the characters are well written. I haven't watched like much of the TV shows or like spin-offs. Though sadly Star Wars kind of got a little bad. I think we can all agree on that one. But even then, I don't really care. You just ignore them. Ignore all the Disney movies. We can all just focus on the actual good ones. You know what I mean? Alright, what others? The Sonic movies. They're pretty good, not gonna lie. I do think Sonic 2 is overrated, but it's still a good movie. It's good to watch, I guess. Though they need to add more characters to the franchise. Like, in Sonic 1 is definitely debatably better than the second one. Though the second one definitely could have added more characters, I think, because the only new character we got was, like, Knuckles. I think we could have gotten a little more. Sonic 3, though, is looking pretty good. Shadow looks cool, and Eggman's fat now, so he's accurate to the game. The one thing I just want there's 2 things I want from this franchise. I hope will get answered in the 3rd movie. 1, I want Chaos in it, because Chaos is not only a recognizable Sonic villain, but he's just a cool character, and I think him as like Shadow as the first antagonist that we have to deal with, and then all of a sudden like near the end, chaos, Eggman creates chaos, and then chaos starts causing chaos, and then Sonic and Shadow have to team up to beat chaos. I think that'd be a cool turnaround. The other character, Metal Sonic, can we just get him? He's such an underrated character. We just need him in a movie adaptation where he's good. Nobody talks about him enough. He needs a movie adaptation. Stat. Put him in the movie, please. Please! What else do we have to talk about? Old animated movies. The Lion King. The Lion King is just a good film. It's a great film. Good antagonist, great protagonist. Great story, great songs. It's all just good. Also, rest in peace, the GOAT. The absolute GOAT, James Earl Jones. Thank you for the voice of Mufasa, my guy. You truly are the king. Anyways, Aladdin. Aladdin doesn't get talked about enough. The old version, not the Will Smith version. The old version is actually a good movie. It's enjoyable. Also, Robin Williams, rest in peace. Robin Williams deserves more love, man. He's awesome, and he's the GOAT. I just miss him so much. Why? Jumanji. Most people always talk about like the old one with Robin Williams. Again, rest in peace. That's like with the board game, and that one's good. But you know one that no one talks about? The Dwayne Johnson ones, which I actually think are dumb fun movies. Like, they're just good movies. There's not much to say. They're funny. They got good writing. Like, it's good CGI. It's just good, especially the third one or like the second one with Danny DeVito. That one is actually like so funny. If you haven't watched the video game Jumanji franchise, I recommend it. It's actually really funny. What else should we jump into? Oh, Disney's live action remakes. I don't like to talk about these things. These things suck. I hate Disney's whole trope of live action remakes. I despise it. Ever since the live action Lion King, I hated that movie. They ruined one of my favorite songs, Be Prepared. Instead of like the cinematic Be Prepared in the original animated version was peak. And then they ruined it by making it just be prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared. Like, what did you do? Also, all the animals are just emotionless. You can't tell what they're feeling. They can't smile. They can't show. They show anger by roaring. It just got rid of the vibe for it. And then they replaced Robin Williams with Will Smith. I don't like to talk about this. Why? Anyways, what else? This might not be as long as I was hoping. I was hoping for this to reach the hour mark, but we're probably only going to make this like 35 minutes because I'm slowly running out of things to talk about. But anyways, Smash Bros. Movie. Do I think it's a good idea? I have mixed thoughts. It's a cool idea, I will say, but like, to actually make it happen, I don't really see it. I'm not seeing it achieve. I mean, it would be cool, but like, first we kind of need to establish all the other franchises. A movie that I think should be made that not enough people are saying is like a Metroid movie, because it is actually perfect for a movie. Why am I saying this? I'm mainly saying this for one reason. It's because I want to see a live action and or animated movie version of Ridley, because Ridley is just an awesome character like that. I love Ridley. Ridley's a cool character.
Power off.
Anyways, what else should we talk about? Well, I think I've kind of run out of things to yap about. Thank you for tuning into this a little bit longer video. Run far, don't you dare cry in the comments about how long this video was. Anyways, yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye.